Let's go to Fort Collins, Colorado. Will is there. Will, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hey, Ken. Thanks for taking my call today. I really appreciate it.
You bet. What's up?
So right now I am in kind of an indecision area in my life, lacking a little bit of clarity between two different career choices that I have.
Oh, okay.
So I went to college for wildlife biology, and I graduated last December, and I'm now in the final stages of the interview process for wildlife law enforcement, which is something that my dad had initially brought up and told me about probably about 6 years ago. And at the time, I thought that was a great idea. And in the interim time while I was in college, I picked up a trade and apprenticed doing that. And I reached all the way up to the journeyman level.
What's the trade?
I shoe horses, so I take care of their feet. I'm a farrier.
Oh, great.
And there's a lot of horses around this area of Colorado.
Yeah.
And throughout those 5 years of learning that, and then while going to college, I was able to put myself through college debt-free, and I have started to really enjoy that trade way more than I thought that I would, and I didn't think that I'd be able to make a living at it or do any of those things that I'd like to do with it. And it's gotten to me, I'm all the way up to the baby steps for and saving for a down payment on a house.
Oh, that's great.
But it feels really good, and I guess where I'm lacking is just kind of deciding which one to do, which one's best for me. I feel like there's more internal motivating factors for staying with the trade just because it's something that I do enjoy doing,
yes,
and more external motivating factors for going, into what I studied in college just simply because I studied it in college.
Yeah, I think you've already answered your own question. I think that you've called me to get my take on what you're feeling. Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So tell me what your heart's telling you. We've got on one side, option one, wildlife law enforcement. That's what you got your degree in, and your dad suggested it. Those are two heavy external influences.
Right, and I've networked a lot in that field, and I've met people. I've done a lot of
Good for you. Good for you.
And I spend a lot of my time outdoors, so that part of it fits.
I get it. I already know what the answer is, brother. Stop trying to talk me into your head choice, because there's a head choice and there's a heart choice. Am I right?
Yeah.
Your head's telling you one thing and your heart's telling you other. I know what the answer is. I think our audience who's been watching this show long enough knows what your choice is. But let's tell everybody, what's your heart telling you?
My heart's telling me to stick with the trade because I've started to build a life for myself, with that.
Yeah, but hold on a second. Now you're trying to talk me and you into why the heart decision. Just say it. It's not because you've built a life and because you're doing well financially. Tell everybody why your heart is choosing being a farrier. Tell us the heart answer.
Because I'm passionate about it.
There we go, Will. There we go. You see what's happening?
Yeah.
Your head tried to get into the middle of the heart answer. We had to shut your head up.
And I think that's what I've been struggling with a lot is separating the two.
Yeah, here's why. Again, you went and got a degree, and your dad suggested it 6 years ago, and you feel like either you're going to disappoint your dad or you feel like it's so illogical for me to go spend all this time and money on a degree that I'm never going to use. And it's probably a combination of both.
Yeah, I would 100% agree.
Okay, but your heart is saying, I love working with horses. I love being a farrier, and I could see myself continuing to move up. I've done well financially, and I absolutely love it. And I'm in this field that I know that I could continue to move up. Who knows where the trade of being a farrier is going to take you? But I would suggest to you it's going to keep you and take you to a place that the wildlife job would anyway, except that the work itself is not enforcement. You don't love the idea of being an enforcement officer?
No.
I know. So, dude, stay in the farrier position and grow there. And if your dad's got questions, you go, Dad, look, this is what I was created to do. I love it. Here's why. Explain the why one time. If he doesn't get it, or your friends or other family members don't get it, be okay with it. Because if you leave this trade and you go do what you feel like you have to do, not want to do, You're going to end up being miserable as an old man. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
And I'm
I hear
proud
you.
of you, by the way. I can't tell you how much juice I'm feeling on your behalf. It's really fun to hear a young man call up and go, look, I've done the work here. I've figured this out. And I was planning on going this way, but I know I'm supposed to go this way. And it's okay for you to doubt that. But I would always doubt the brain, not the heart. You see the difference? See, the brain is all about protecting you, safe, safe, safe. But the heart is who you really are. The heart is the revelation of truly being in your sweet spot. Because I'll ask you this, just for everybody who's watching, maybe new to the program. Will, does being a farrier allow you to use what you do best?
Yes.
Does it allow you to do work that you love?
Yes.
Does it allow you to create a result that matters deeply to you?
Yes.
Then you're in your sweet spot, and don't ever look back.
Okay.
Proud of you, man. So cool.
Ken, I really appreciate this.
You bet, buddy. Listen, don't you ever turn back, ever. No matter what anybody says, you've got to do what you were created to do. And when you're working with those horses, you just feel a sense of life and a sense of freedom and a sense of juice that you can't even describe. Am I correct?
You're right.
All right, then. Imagine not feeling that. When your head starts to engage, go, what would it be like if I didn't feel that every day? The answer is you'd be like what 70% of Americans were prior to COVID. No juice. None. None at all. Folks, this is serious stuff. You have one life. You better figure out what it is you're supposed to do and get about the business of doing it. Because, see, this isn't about success for Will. This isn't even about satisfaction for Will. This is about significance. Did you hear that, young man, when he talked about the work? When we chase significance, success and satisfaction come with it. When we achieve significance in our sweet spot by using what we do best to do the work we love, to produce the result that matters to us, listen to me, folks, success and satisfaction follow significance. It's about love. It's about loving the work and loving the result. When you get at that, success takes care of itself. But so many people are chasing success, and the way they define success is money and notoriety or power. And how many people in your life have you seen become miserable and crash and burn because they thought that success was the goal? It's not the goal, it's significance.